practice independence. Let's do 65. This is section 5.3. 65. So A, probability the person's a Democrat. So we're looking at Democrat and then income. So this is just regular. We go to all the Democrats out of everyone. So 3919 out of 8995. So there's a 43% chance that someone would be a Democrat in this city, right? This isn't all of America, it's just some random city. So 0.4357. So just to get an understanding, 43.57% of the city are Democrats, whatever city this is. All right, but let's change it up. So what's the probability they're a Democrat given that they earn less than 25K? So does salary affect being a Democrat or not? So Democrat given less than 25K. So now we only look at the 25K row. Less than 25K, so that'll be this row. So it'll only be 805 out of 1846. This is my new total. And so if we get 43% again, then we're gonna say there's no effect. But if it changes, then somehow income is affecting the likelihood of being a Democrat. Oops, I made it 8. And it's basically the same percent. It's a little bit different, right? It's 43.61. But I would argue it's close enough that these are about the same. So 43.61 of those making less than 25K are Democrats. And so I would argue that these are independent. The fact that people are making less money did not change the percent of Democrats. So that is what independence is. So C, because the probability of a Democrat basically equals the probability of a Democrat given 25K or less. So they're independent. The probability didn't change given that less than 25K happened. So when we do independence, we'll always find the probability of whatever A is, that was Democrat here, and then we still find the probability of A, but given that something else has already happened. So you'll notice that the first event always matches, and it'll be given the second event. So let's try one more. How about being Republican and making more money, right? Doesn't it seem like people who make more money tend to be Republicans? So let's check that out. So what's the chance of being a Republican? And then what's the chance of being a Republican given that you make over 100K? So does making over 100K make you more likely to be a Republican? Let's find that out. So a Republican overall would be 4193 out of 8995. We'll calculate in a second. Let's just write the second one down as well. And then given 100K, so if you make more money, are you more likely to be a Democrat? So we'll look at the 100K plus, so 425 out of 870. So the first one we get for about 46%, 4661. And then we get 425 out of 870. And this one, yeah, it changes a little bit, so maybe they're no longer independent. You're slightly more likely, right? 48%. It's not that big of a difference, and we'll talk about what's a big enough difference in later chapters, but you're slightly more likely to be Republican if you make more money. So I would say they're not independent, they're dependent. Essentially because these two probabilities are not equal. So this is P of A in terms of formulas, and this is P of A given B. So I'll say dependent, just to repeat it, because probability of Republican does not equal probability of Republican given 100K. So that given has changed the probability, and that's what makes them have an effect on each other.